What's up, guys? How you guys doing? It is Lieutenant Sal Blue. I'm about to get this podcast started, man. It is around 8 o'clock on a Thursday night. And I'm hanging out here and just writing some notes of what I'm going to talk about tonight on my podcast. And these are crazy times, scary times. We talk about the pandemic and how long it has extended, right? And a lot of things that, I don't really watch the news. As a matter of fact, I don't watch the news. I usually just get my news from my wife, who watches the news and then tells me all the crazy stuff that goes on. Most of the time I try to avoid those conversations because anytime she talks about the news, it's something bad coming up, and I know it's something bad coming up. So I try to avoid those conversations at all costs. But, hey, it is a habit that she has and a habit that I am trying to eliminate in my life. So I'm trying to get her to do the same thing. But anyway, guys, in the news, man, it's a lot of panicky things going on. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on. It's the vaccine and the anti-vaxxers, right? It's the Republicans and the Democrats. It's the freedom and not having freedom. And it's the wars in other countries and us minding our business. I mean, it is going crazy out here. All of the things that are going on in our lives, right? And so on top of all of this stuff, right? The job market is crazy. People are losing money and everything. It's a sheer all-out panic worldwide on resources, right? Everybody's worried about not having resources. So during this time, you try to figure out different ways to make money and how to get ahead, right? And you try to stick to the old thing of you have your goals and your dreams and things that you want to do. And so that is what today's podcast is about, man. A lot of people have not achieved the dreams and things that they wanted to achieve so far. And they're frustrated. They're frustrated. And I'm going to cue today's podcast so I can tell you what it is about. All right? What's up, gang? How you guys doing? It is Lieutenant Sal Blue, 28-year law enforcement veteran and the author of the top 25 mistakes en route to the good life, coming at you today with my daily podcast, episode 141. That's right, flip the page. Once again, flip the page. 141 is my podcast number for today. And today's podcast, man, I gotta scream it out to you guys. Scream it out. YouTube is already on board. They already got prompted and they're ready to hear me say it, guys. Don't give up. Don't do it, man. Don't give up. That's right. Today's podcast, I am yelling at you and screaming and begging you. Don't give up. Don't give up. Because guess what? I know what today is. I know what today is. Right? Today is the day you plan to give up on your goals. You plan to give up on your goals today, right? And why is that? Why is that you plan on giving up on your goals today? What is today that you plan on giving up your goals, right? Well, today is the day that you told yourself, right? Right? There it is, right? Today is the day that you told yourself, right? You were going to have enough income part-time to quit your full-time job that you hate. You said that. I heard you when you said it. I heard you when you wrote it down, man. You said it to yourself. That was something that you wanted to do. It was a goal that you set for yourself, and you had a timetable that you put out there, and you wrote it down on a piece of paper, and you had it sticking on your mirror in the bathroom, and you did not reach that goal. You did not reach that goal. As a matter of fact, you are very far away from that goal. Okay, what is going on with that? That's right. How about that other goal you said, right? Today was the day that you told yourself, you said you were going to retire your wife, right, from her job. You said that. You said that. You may not have said it out loud for your wife to hear it, but you wrote it down as one of your goals. You said you were going to retire your wife from her job, and you didn't do that, right? You said that. I heard you. And you're ready to give up on that. You're ready to quit, right? Guess what else? Guess what else? Today is the day you said you were going to be debt-free and living life on your terms. I remember when you said that. I remember when you wrote that down. You said that out loud. Living life on your terms in the mirror every morning. That's what you said. You know, then you started getting quiet about it, right? You started getting quiet about it. You started getting nervous about it. Start not knowing the course of action you needed to take. But you still had it written down. And so I'm paying attention to you, right? And I'm just reminding you some of the things that you said, right? So my question to you is today, what happened? What happened that you did not achieve these things? Right? You wrote them down. You said you were going to do them. Right? What happened? What action did you take? Oh, wait a minute. I get it. I get it. Okay. You don't have an answer, do you? You don't have an answer to the question of why you did not achieve those goals that you wrote down, that you mentioned to yourself, that you said in your head or out loud each and every day. Some days I don't know. I wasn't around you every day. But I know that you wrote those goals down and that was something that you wanted to do. Well, here's your answer to that question, right? The answer is you don't have these goals for your life. I said those goals out loud, right? You wrote those goals down, but those are not the goals that you truly wanted for your life. That was a smoke screen, man. You threw a smoke screen out there trying to tell everybody that you had all of the right goals, okay, for your life, right? The goals that you should have written down. That's what you're telling everybody, right? Hey, these are the goals that I have for my life. These are the things that I've written down, and these are the things that I want to achieve in my life to have a better life. You wrote that down, right? That wasn't for you, right? You want to know what your real goals were? The things that you had in your life as far as goals are concerned and things that you want to achieve? Let me give you a list of the goals, right, that you want for your life, and then you can prove me wrong, all right? How about we do that? How about give you a list, right? You ready for the first list of goals, right? Your first goal, right? And I know you're excited about this goal, right? Is to work paycheck to paycheck. That was your first goal. You achieved it. You achieved your goal. In record time, you achieved your goal. How amazing is that, right? That you achieved the goal of working from paycheck to paycheck. You did it. Guess what your second goal was, right? To work an 80-hour work week and never get ahead. That's right. You did it. You achieved it. You accomplished it. Man, you are working an 80-hour work week and you are killing it, man. You are so exhausted, so burnt out, right? From years and years of working that 80-hour work week. Guess what? It was super easy for you to achieve your next goal just because you worked that 80-hour work week, right? You spent very little time with your family. Your kids are growing up. They got tons of events going on, right? And you are never there, right? You get home just in time to put the kids in the bed, right? Just in time to put the kids in the bed, right? And you're out the house early in the morning, going to work, right? Commuting to work, long hour and a half commute to work, and you're spending very little time with your family, right? So that 80-hour work is crushing you right now, right? You know, a 3-hour commute, 60 hours at the job. You know, hey, you will never get ahead that way, but you planned it out perfectly. That was your goal, man. You did it. You did it. And I like how you are achieving your goals at record time. You're doing it, right? Guess what other goals you had, right? You're drowning in credit card debt. Yep, you did it. You overextended yourself as far as you could with all of your credit cards. every credit card that you have, you made sure that you made the minimum payment and got the maximum advantage of bullshit on those credit cards. You did it. You achieved it. That's right. You got that goal down packed, man. And you didn't even have to go to nobody to have them help you to train you to how to do it. You did it on your own, man. Bravo. Bravo, man. One more goal, man, right? Now, let me tell you something, guys. As I talk to you about the goals that you achieved, right? The last and most important goal that you achieved for yourself was, you know, every single character in the Squid Game. That's right. Every character, every actor in the Squid Game, everybody who was eliminated, everything. You know everybody in the Squid Game. How about that? You are crushing it, right? Your Netflix skills are through the roof, and you didn't even need a mentor to figure all that out. You have achieved your goals, and I bow to you right now because you are well on your way to a bad life. That's the goal you set up for yourself, man. And so I want to ask you a question, right? If these are not your goals, if these are not the goals that you want for your life, then why has all your actions gotten these results? That's the question that you need to truly answer. Okay, I'm going to say it one more time, okay? And I want you to take your time and write out this question, okay? If, right, everything that I just named are not the goal that you want for your life, then why has all of your action gotten these results? Okay? There you go, man. There you go. So now that you have not achieved a goal, right? Because the goal that you wrote down initially, that you were telling everybody else that you wanted, I want you to know something. Less than 20% of all working people reach that goal in their lifetime, right? Where they're just retired and they're retiring their wives and they're retiring themselves and they're walking away from a job. You know, less than 20% achieve that goal, right? As so many people, billions of people are working to achieve it, less than 20% achieve it, right? And you're ready to quit in your 30s, right? You are in your 30s and you're already ready to give up on the goal that you wrote down that you didn't work for, because obviously you had all of these other goals that you were working for, man. And that is amazing. And I just want to say bravo to you for the misdirection, because that's what it was, man. It was the misdirection. You wrote down these goals, but you truly wanted the other goals. So now let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Okay, guys, listen. Understand this. This is a true, honest conversation that my mentor had with me many years ago when I decided I was going to give up on my goals because I continuously failed to reach them by a certain timeline. My mentor had this conversation with me, and I listen to it now, and it is completely embarrassing that I had those goals written down, but I was working all toward the other goals. My actions were dictating my goals. Okay, this is what happened. Your actions dictate the goals that truly matter to you. Your actions dictate the goals that truly matter to you. Now let me tell you something real quick, right? See, I was willing to give up on something that was more of a wish than a goal, right? I wished that I could walk away from my job that I hated at the time, right? I wish that I could generate enough income part-time to replace my full-time income. I wish that I was making enough money to retire my wife. I wish. These were all wishes, guys. And you see, here's the problem with a wish, right? The difference between a wish and a goal is the plan, right? The plan that you have put together to reach it separates the two of them. Now, I'm going to break this down a little further. The other difference with a wish is you are waiting for someone, right? When you make a wish about something, it is not something that your own efforts are going to make happen, right? You're waiting for someone to come along and grant your wish, right? Like a genie or something. Some mystical being just going to come along without you doing any of the work. They're going to put you in a position where everything that you wish for comes true. And you know, that is not the case, man. That is not the case, and that is not happening for a lot of people. So I want you guys to understand that, right? So if you are waiting for someone to come along and make your wish a reality, there's no plan for that, because you have to base what you want on what someone else is willing to give you. That's what a wish is, guys. Now, where am I at here? And my notes here when I'm talking about wishes and goals, right? Now, with a goal, it's the difference. With a goal, there may be other people that you have to work with in order to make that goal a reality, right? Somebody you may need to collaborate with to achieve it, but no one is coming to save you when it comes to a goal, right? No one is coming to grant your goal. Your goal is something that you have mapped out. You have a plan to achieve it, and that plan may involve other people to work along with you in that goal, right? But nobody's going to come along and give you something that you did not earn. Okay? And that is what the difference is between a goal and a wish, right? Goals are earned through your efforts. Okay? And your efforts create the results, and those results are the goals you map out. So I was living in Wishland in my 30s, and I wanted a lot of things, and I wasn't doing the right work, right? I wasn't focused, and my efforts weren't dedicated toward goal-based projects, right? And when I say goal-based projects, I mean things that you're using every day, things you're doing every day to move your life and whatever goal that you have forward. All right, so every day it has to be planned out. It just can't be a random things that go on in your life and you expect your life to turn out the way you want. So I want you guys to understand that. So now that you know this, guys, now that you know this, let me ask you a question, right? When you say that you are quitting, are you conceding, right? Are you conceding to that wish? Right? Are you conceding to your wish, or, right, are you giving up on doing the work to make your goals come true? So that is the question I want to ask you. So the question is, are you conceding to your wish that is not going to come true, right? Because obviously, if nobody makes your wish come true, that's what it is, right? So you're giving up on that wish. Or are you conceding on doing the work, okay, that it takes? Because now you guys know the path. You know the path and you know the plan, okay, to have the life that you want. There's work that needs to be done, guys. And I need you guys to get out there and do the work. So answer that question for yourself. And when you answer that question, be honest. Be honest, right? So most of you guys will probably say, well, I don't need nobody to come along and make my wishes come true. Even though that's something you may want deep down in your heart, right? Because you're afraid to do the work. But the rest of you guys who know that this work to be done in order to achieve what you want, you may choose a whole different goal. So let me know whether you giving up on a wish, conceded that wish is not going to come true, or you giving up on the hard work that you need to do to put in to make it happen. So what I want you guys to do is this, right? And this is important. I want you to reprogram your mind to understand this. And this will give you true satisfaction. This helped me tremendously to come a very long way in my life in a very short period of time. Okay? Once I understood this philosophy, right? I want you to reprogram your mind to understand, right? The greater the satisfaction, right, you will be given, right, the harder the work, right? I messed that up a little bit, right? What I meant to say was the harder you work to achieve a goal, right, the greater the satisfaction you will be given as a reward for doing the work, right? You ever notice, you ever had anything that you really, really worked for? I mean, sweat, mind sweat, body sweat, nervousness, anxiety, back and forth working, trying to figure it out. You finally got your groove going and you created something special and it worked out for you, right? It worked out for you, you got your goal, you achieved it, and boom. And it was really hard and it did not come easy. How happy. I've watched people that were so happy they achieved a specific goal that they burst into tears, that they were so happy that they crossed that milestone in their lives, guys. And I want you guys to have that feeling. But in order to have that feeling, I want you guys to reprogram your mind that satisfaction comes through hard work, right? So the hard work and the effort are the build up to the satisfaction. So start being happy about the work that you're putting in to achieve a goal that you want, right? Don't just randomly let goals be tossed upon you like they were for me in my 30s, right? Where I got good and minus the Squid Game. The Squid Game wasn't out then. I think it was like Game of Thrones or something like that was out. But anyway, I just threw the Squid Game in for effect. But I'll tell you what, guys. When you are working for a goal, to achieve a goal, right, you have a focused effort. When you are not working to achieve a goal, everybody else's goals get thrown your way. Things that people want you to do. People want you to be good at knowing all of the characters in the Squid Game, right? That increases their revenue, increases their popularity, right? People want you to be bogged down in credit card debt. It helps the credit card companies, right? People want you to work every single day in a 60, 70-hour job and commute hour and a half and continually put work to build their business. People want you to do these things, right? People want you to do these things, and you're falling into their trap if you don't set up your own goals and focus on the things that you want for your life. So you guys need to begin to do that, right? Shelby wants to go out, so give me a second, guys, especially you guys on YouTube. And last but not least, right? Before you give up on yourself, guys, before you give up on yourself and your goals, do the work, right? That people who achieve the things that you ask of the universe do, right? So I tell people, make sure that you shape and mold your life based on people who are achieving things that you would like to achieve. People who are doing things that you would like to do, so that the subtle nuances of success comes naturally to you because of the people that you are around. Man, I'm going to say this over and over and over again in almost every single podcast. Your environment is your destiny. It will shape and mold your life for you to become the person that you need to become. So continue to put in the work and don't give up, guys. Don't give up. Stop wishing for things to happen and start working for things to happen. So that's it for today, man. This is Lieutenant Sound Blue, and I am going to wrap up. Make sure you guys jump on over to lieutenantsoundblue.com and pick up the latest copy of the top 25 mistakes en route to the good life, man. Also, man, make sure you guys check me out on all the social platforms at lieutenantsoundblue.com, as well as go over to Facebook and check out my top 25 mistakes group, where second halfers help first halfers to achieve the life that they want through transparency. That's right, man. So listen, you guys have a great night. I'm gonna wrap it up. This is Lieutenant Sound Blue, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow with my daily podcast. All right, deuces.